What's that about? It's your boy, Officer May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And you know it's Thursday.
Let's go.
I'm with the boys, and it's Man Cave.
Somebody stop it.
So today's episode is about interracial dating. Interracial dating between black men, white men, black women, any race of any kind, anybody who love anybody. We here to talk about it today on Man Cave. We want to discuss it because I know it's an issue for some people. It's not a big issue for some because you love who you love, and some people say keep it in the culture. I'm here with the boys. I don't know what they're thinking about. We gotta start out with Sonny. Sonny, tell us about the interracial dating because I know you know.
Sonny can lock and roll.
Yo, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with having cookies and cream, man. It's a wonderful thing to try something new. I'm gonna start off like that. Personal preference. I still love my black queens. I am still a member of the Brown to Hershey conglomerate. However, I have definitely dipped in some white chocolate, mayo, whatever you like. And that's not just to say, the Caucasian descent. Also, those are fair skinned from different ethnicities. I have absolutely no problem with it. I'm going to tell you why. We all are human beings, and we all go through an extremely different amount of experiences, right? So to say that I should cloud myself or arrest myself from experiencing something new would be idiotic in my mind. And that goes for sexuality. That goes for actual relationship. That goes for understanding and communication. I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like if you're a little black boy growing up and you have an opportunity to speak to a fair-skinned lady, you should do so. You should see the differences in dealing with them and dealing with those who are like you, in a sense. Today's landscape is weird because whether you know it or not, there's a lot more mixed babies running around here than ever before. There's a lot more of us and a little bit of everybody else. So I don't see how you can avoid it. And at some point, I think I saw a graph where it was like a little picture to say like by 2050, everybody's going to look, yellow bone, fair skin, curly hair type people. And at that point, we all going to be a little bit of somebody else. So, yeah, Nick Cannon doing the work, ain't he?
Fan of the genetic pool.
Good God.
Cannon name will live forever.
Blue eyes and light.
It's crazy.
As I said, all the kids gonna be.
Oh yeah, Sonny, you finish your thought.
Man. Yeah, no, I'm just say this. I'm gonna say this and let it go to the next person. We can talk more about it, about specifics of it. I am me myself personally, I'm a limit pusher. I like to press boundaries. I like to see how far certain things can go. And this is a great exercise in your life to see how far you can go into other people's. How should I put this? When you get your foot in the door, see how far you can get in that house. Interracial relationships is a great way to do it.
I want this. We're gonna go up to the middle right now because my guy Tori, he wouldn't be here without interracial relationship. So we got to get his opinion on here.
That's a fact. Hey, I have to be pro interracial relationship. I would not be here without interracial relationships. So I've made sure to do my part and having relations with any girl's race that will take me. I do not discriminate. Be white as the driven snow from south of Mexico.
The gatekeeper, because however you procreate, that's one.
Hey, I'm spreading the black genetic material no matter what.
That's 1/4 less. Either way.
Cutting it down.
So
My kids can have blue eyes if I play it right. But no, I'm all for it, man.
when they see you with that poor black
If-
boy with the blue
if-
eyes.
It's 2022. If you're finna let race inhibit you from having a wonderful time with someone, I mean, that sucks for you. Because like I said, I've partied with people, and that's one of the beauties of growing up in a college town is that there's always a plethora of different people. Even though you're in the middle of one of the whitest states that's coming, like this a red state, like a red state with the good parts and the bad. But I mean, I'm all, like I said, you said it best to start off. I would not be here without interracial dating. And both my parents are in their 60s, so they were interracial dating when it was dangerous. Like, you got to think back in 1970, the white girl with the black dude. That black dude had a little bit more to worry about. I mean, we still got something to worry about, but a little bit more so 30 years ago. You know what I mean? 40 years ago. People act like segregation didn't come around until 1959, 1960. It's only 2022. We're not that far removed from it. So, I mean, don't be afraid. Listen, if you are white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, if you are attracted to somebody and they don't look nothing like you, I'm telling you right now, go for it. Just do it. Why not? You can't let it can't let that stop you. We're all people at the
Ain't that
end
Michael
of the day.
Jackson song?
Get out there and mix up those racist people.
All right.
Black and white.
We gonna get Dr. Umar take care. Monte.
I was gonna say, there we go.
I said, are we?
Do not
I
compare
told
me
her
to
we gonna
Dr.
get
Umar.
that.
I denounce the
Monte,
white.
what's your take?
Do not
Please
compare me to Dr.
don't
Umar.
change the take because I'm here. I still want to hear it.
Oh, I can tell you right now. It ain't changing the take. I'm very happy that
Offend
we
him.
had Sunny and we had T Rams
You can't.
give y'all like nice, generally wholesome answers. Because I'm not. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. Until you see a black and German woman mixed together, you have not lived. Like, I'm sorry, just
Oh.
like, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
Hey, I was about to
Almost
name
did too,
drop. I
actually.
forgot. I was like, you can't do that.
like, I'm sorry, but like I understand, you want to be faithful to your race, and I do respect that, and I do honor that. But I would say do not let that limit you from just dating and experiencing different people if you so want to. Because if you're attracted to another race of person, you're just attracted to another race of person. What does it matter? Like, the only people, and just generally, the only people that ever get offended when you're dating outside of your race, probably just the other women, just to be honest. Because most men don't care.
Or that white girl's dad. White girl's dad be angry as.
I mean,
as
like,
well,
when it comes to your daughter, you're
dude.
always going to be picky. But when it just comes to you, most men don't care who they date. They date who likes them and who they like. Like, just in general. Like, most of the time when you see somebody that said, oh, why is he dating that white girl, or why is he dating that Mexican person? Normally it's not another dude who's hating on it, because no dude cares. So if I'm figuring them the men out there, I'm just going to tell you to be real with you. Date who you want to date. Like who you want to like. Be attracted to who you want to like. If she ain't black, she ain't black. If she ain't white, she ain't white. She ain't Mexican, she ain't Mexican. Oh, freaking well. Because different people give you different experiences. I mean, we on man cave, just be real. Like, one kind of world is not going to be like the other kind. They is not. Some are like more willing than
The
others.
morals
Some
are
have different ideas than others. It is what it is. So I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, do not limit yourself. You like, because I found it just. I mean, and the other thing about it I can't say is it probably is a bit intimidating, like in your mind, to approach somebody of a different race. Just off the top, it probably is like a little bit intimidating. You'd be like, I'm used to my kind. I know how my kind of women think, something like that, but I'm not used to how they would think or something of that nature. Like, don't let that intimidate you. You'd be surprised. Now, a lot of people are just generally very nice, and I've actually found it. So,
White
hey,
girls are freaky AF, yo.
They're actually very nice. That's one thing that surprised the mess out of me. Like you can just walk up to them in the middle of the day and start up a full conversation and mean absolutely nothing. I was shocked when I found that out. So I went to school with them, and I'm like, yeah, they are very nice. So just nothing wrong with it. Like you fall in love with somebody else and they just so happen to be not your same skin type. Oh, freaking well, go for them. Get different experiences. See how they are. That way you don't just limit yourself to where when you finally make a choice of who you want to be your wife or something, you won't have any regrets. Be like, okay, I tried this, I did what I wanted to do, and I'm with it. So
Live your
let it
life,
go.
people.
Tell you right now. So you see some of these mixed, he said mixed women, boy. People who have ventured out into the wilderness have come back with stories of the city of gold and Narnia and everything else. And
Lion Witch in the Wardrobe Bus.
call me Nathan Drake. I am a treasure hunter.
Uncharted.
God bless those trailblazers. Oh,
Don't be afraid.
Let me
By the way,
know. Scarlett Johansson come. Scarlett
Let's
Johansson
go.
come my way. I'm
let's
telling you, I'm
let's
gone.
plug it. Keep it 99 live. We'll be here tomorrow. This Friday, February 4th, me, Uniqo, and 2 other people, and we might even bring this up from that perspective. So, like and subscribe and be here.
Don't be afraid to be a trailblazer. Somebody got to explore them. The deep in the Congo jungle. Somebody got to explore them.
We didn't watch the Discovery Channel for no
Okay,
reason, people.
are we going to actually get a Dr. Umar tape from this guy? Uniqo Williams, tell us how you feel.
It's Black History Month.
I have been on record at many a barbershop saying that in the future there is going to be everybody's going to be yellow. That's my opinion, my genuine opinion. That's what's gonna happen. Up here we got a place called Marion and a place called Kokomo, and we love to go because that's where all the brothers done went up there and found them a Caucasian woman, and they just had a kid and started building a family back in the 80s and 90s. Oh, don't tell me to go to
Mulatto commune, if you would.
Don't tell me to go to Marion. And there's a lot of places like that. It's beautiful. I'm here for the mixed girl. The best of both worlds, I would say. And not just honestly, I want people to just keep on mixing up. I want mixed girls that's black and white to I want them to go off and have and do stuff with people that's Asian and black or Mexican and Filipino. Mix them all up. I want them all, mix them all up. And I'm cool with that. As far as that's my preference. I like mixed girls, man. That's my preference. I don't say yellow girls no more because then they said I was colorist. And that ain't true.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you. Just a
I
slightly.
be mad colors sometimes. I can't help it.
And Nico,
I chalk it up to living in Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have Zendaya without stirring that pot.
There had to be a black dude trying to brave down that white daddy's shotgun just so she could get here.
Okay, so I mean, man, I see them all the time. But see, the thing with mixed girls, though, it just come with a lot because they are from two different places, but they have to live in the same society. So, like they might say you got the mixed girl that has the white mom. Her experience is gonna be different than the mixed girl that has the black mom. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna have different experiences, and I've come to find out that they just be a little mixed up sometimes,
There's an adjustment difference.
It's
this man, he ain't lying though. That's something
I've seen the mixed girl be with the white dude and be like, "Oh, I need to be subservient," and I'm like, "You're like what? Queen? You know you got queen, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't you queen?" They forget about that part of it and be like, I'm gonna act like my culture that I see, but I'll be like, man, daggone, she a bad something. She should have been with me. And then I'll be telling the white dudes, dang, I didn't think y'all wanted them. Y'all passed them over to me. Y'all talk bad about them all high school and all that stuff growing up. Talk about them. They be getting away with them N-words, them N-word things back in the day. Little black girl hair. They say stuff to them growing up, and then the brothers, shoot, the mixed girl is trying to keep up with the white folk, and they down doing them bad, and she called herself doing the black people bad, and we killing her. Who does the joning? Black folk, man. There go that white girl running around here again. Talking about the mixed girl. Yeah, hey, and now ain't nobody studying you, but I don't know. Mixed girls, y'all beautiful. No, just know that. And I would have you Princess Jasmine whenever you want to. I mean, they just be the long flowing hair, and then they had the oh man, I had a Mexican and white girl one time. Oh my God.
Hacienda.
Oh. Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta say
they don't get stuck with just that one quality that somebody's known for, like most in the white community, except the white girls, it's changing now. They starting to get stout, but it's a lot of you get some of the mixed girls and they get the black ass and might get the white breast, you know what I'm saying? And you just got some banging, and they come with them eyes where you ain't got the sunlight, ain't got to hit them just the right way. They just always pretty.
Spoken like a man with preference. Let's go.
So y'all can be in interracial relationships with black and white and all that stuff. I'm gonna be in an interracial relationship with. I'm just gonna have a threesome or foursome with races, like a big interracial foursome.
A race board, huh? A race charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Uniqo's racial harem. He's got a whole race buffet around.
My blackity black jeans is gonna be in. Do we want to go? Know that?
Yeah, there you go.
We got two ways. We gonna go both of these ways, but I want to know which one y'all want to go first. We going silly or we going real serious? Which one y'all want to go first, and which one y'all want to end it on?
I just want to say, Natalia Bryant is bad.
Are you talking Emmett Till serious or
no? We talking about. We gonna talk about. We gonna break it down psychology wise, or we just gonna have fun. Which one y'all want to go first? Cause we gonna go both of them.
Let me go first so I can say Natalia Bryant is bad.
Oh, y'all want to be serious or y'all want to end serious or go fun? Which one we doing, everybody?
I mean, we've been.
I don't care.
I feel like I'll end up saying something silly either way.
Nobody got to vote.
You can flip a coin.
So let's go silly, bro.
Nope.
Okay, we'll go serious then. Okay.
Okay. Well, there we go.
So we going everybody in the audience listen, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Spotify, Apple Music. I know I ain't did this in a long time. I apologize for you. I do apologize. Thank you for listening. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button. Answer the questions in the poll. I'm making poll. I'm asking questions. I want to interact with y'all on Spotify more. So we're starting to do that more. We getting more and more listeners on that. I know the YouTube is growing. We getting about. Besides a few of the weaker shows last week, we're getting about 30 to 40 viewers now on the podcast. We're getting 20 to 30 on the what's name, so we're growing at a good rate in 2022. We way above what we was at the end of 2021, so I want to thank you for that. So I had to put that out there. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, of course. So we're going to get real serious. So when you ask this question, interracial dating, by the way, shout out to my sisters, my dark-skinned sisters. I love y'all to death. I make sure I want y'all to know that because I do. We have talked about on the podcast. I want to say it again. As I grew older, I became to appreciate my darker skinned sisters a lot more than I did when I was younger. I'm not going to lie. And the reason I say that is because psychology. And that's why we're going to get serious first. We're going to talk about the psychology. Joe went in a little bit last week. It feels like sometimes we got different groups, right? We have different groups of the reason why the outside of our culture we go for, and I want to break it down because I want to get some of first thing. Love, simple. I like her. I love her. The most basic reason, the reason no one should have a problem with love. I would like to say it's the most common reason. I have no proof of that, have no evidence. I can't prove any of that. So I don't want to just say that's the main reason, but that's one reason for it. You simply love the person you're with. Another reason, I'm going to go to Joe point. Since Joe said this, I'm actually going to go to this first. It feels like a subservient thing. Like they are more, white women feel more subservient. They are less dominating. Their personality is more to culturally, if we all know white women are more, not as dominant, more subservient, as Joe would say, which he could confuse. By the way, from my perspective and where I grew up, it's opposite. All the mixed girls lived in the hood. So they were the first one to fight. So shout out to all my cousins and all of down here. Yeah, so down here they shoot, fight. My cousins go crazy now. They don't care about none of that. They're like, I've been raised, but nothing. I've been raised TC. That's all. Robbing, stealing, that's what we do. But they got the subservient thing. Okay, another thing is what Joe talked about last week. Let's just keep going on the theme of what Joe talked. It's like a hunt, basically. This is like a forbidden fruit. This is something that we not supposed to get, right? My uncle brought this up too, like to make the white man mad too. It's like some psychology that we grew up. Like, I'm gonna make the white dude upset because I'm gonna take his daughter. Especially the older white men, the racist. That's one thing that's true. That's something that happens. It's like you got the subservient attitude, you got the love, and you got the conquering. I'm gonna conquer what you try to take from me. So I want that hunt. I want that something I ain't supposed to have. And the white girls have this too, by the way. I ain't supposed to have no black man. My dad would kill me if I do, and they enjoy that. They enjoy that. They enjoy that. Like, right. Daddy don't like you. I love this. They also date the bad boy too. Yeah. The same thing with the preacher dog. I ain't supposed to do this, but it's fun in it. So it's the whole thing we talking about. So those are like some of the things that the subservient attitude, the hunt for something we ain't supposed to have. And you can separate that from the get back at the older white man. The Nick Cannon make it everybody light skin thing. All those things are reasons why it happens, why we want that hunt, psychology, why growing up, looking at things we ain't supposed to have. Looking at things you're not used to is a thing that reason why. And as I said, as I grew older, and we're going to let everybody else talk, but as I grew older, I started learning to love the things I always been with. Even though, by the way, my mom and my whole aunties and everybody light skin because they have Native American and all that, so they lighter skin, but getting used to, but my daddy's side, they all dark skin. So I'm like, oh, I love this. I appreciate this. I see the beauty in this. And when I was young, I didn't understand it because it was all about that chasing that girl that looked good on your arm, the light skinned girl, the blue eyes, the thing that society told me was beautiful. So I just want to get people's thoughts on that. I told y'all I was going to get a little deep, but I learned like, okay, this is just as beautiful. That dark-skinned queen is just as beautiful as what they told me is beautiful. And because everybody on TV always light-skinned. The girl that everybody want was always light-skinned or white. The thing everybody chased, besides Steve Urkel, of course, was always light-skinned. Will Smith never chased the light-skinned girl. Martin had the light-skinned woman. Pam was gorgeous. And when I was young, I didn't even appreciate it as much as I do now. Pam is mega fine. At the same time, you hear Martin call her dog and all that stuff. So it's kind of imprinted because society told them that's how you're supposed to think. So, but as I got older, I started appreciating. By the way, I have no problem with interracial dating. You date who you love or whatever. But I'm just saying, I learned as a person to appreciate that more. I want your thoughts on it. What do y'all think about all three processes? What do you think relevant? We'll go with Joe Uniqo since I brought up two of his points. So of course he should start.
I grew up around my demographic, predominantly black neighborhood. Girls was predominantly, black. I think we had like one white gal in our class in elementary school going through all the way through. And then we had, well, I think we had a couple, but that don't matter. The one that looked good. And then we had, so I grew up around my demographic a lot. And so by the time I got to middle school, stuff was just kind of weird, like interacting with white people. I didn't know how to really talk to them, but I'm gonna tell you like this here. Didn't nobody tell me to like the Pink Ranger. I just did. Didn't nobody tell me I needed to like some. In retrospect, she wasn't even that bad.
But she was the one that was chased by the main character.
But
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Tommy and Justin threw down.
I had a thing for
she
Trini.
had a beak like a pterodactyl.
I had a thing for Trini, but my thing was when they gave me Aisha as the Yellow Ranger, I was like, hey, that's what's up. I was happy to see her on there. So that made me that was pretty cool. So I guess somewhere down the line, some dudes think that way. I think maybe some in our older generation, I believe, probably think that way. Like, I'm gonna get the white gal to piss off the white man and all that stuff. But like we just talked about with Travis Kelce, shoot, hey, they coming through getting their sisters too now, so don't get it twisted. It's becoming more frequent to see the white guy with the black girl, and that's cool. I just like for her to make sure that she be a queen now. Don't do that subservient stuff, because I done seen it to where I'll be like, man, you letting him talk to you like that? That stuff pisses me off. Now that makes me legit mad, because that's triggering as hell to me. I'm like, after all this stuff we've been through as a race, and you letting this man talk to you like this, So there's that part of it. And yes, Tori knows this special room in our high school called the wrestling room, and he knows how empty it was during sixth period, and it used to go down. Yes, they used to be down up there. Bring them on. Bring me all the black men. Sure thing.
I did not. Man, high school was we got. Let me tell you this: if they made a movie, we'd be canceled. Because
very good chance.
But let's just be honest. Never mind, I can't have the hot white racist take. I take that back. I had one.
Think about it while I finish my point. Think about while I finish my point. So yeah, I believe that dynamic is there, but I think most importantly, you are supposed to like who you like and care about who you like. And also, man, what Pat Mahomes probably was groomed at a predominantly white school for the most part, probably, if I had to guess, based off in a sense how he talks in his vernacular, and that's probably what he's used to liking. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was available to him. So of course he doesn't end up with the black girlfriend. But we said that about Russell Wilson, and he got Sierra.
Bro, you see Sarah on that TikTok dancing with Russell? He like, I've been missing out. I was in Wisconsin, dog. I'm in Wisconsin, dog. I gotta get out of Wisconsin.
Man, that girl, remember on draft night when Russell got drafted, and then like that girl just thought she had it made. I got the super rich quarterback black guy. Now he's gonna marry me, and we're gonna live happily ever after. He's gonna be this mixed guy with this white girl, blonde hair.
Right.
Here came Sierra.
See, he couldn't get into places Sierra was at before. when he got to get to that different demographic, things changed for him.
You just made a big point right there. Talk on it and say.
So I'm next person 100% go. That's my thoughts on it. Damn, I love that curly hair, boy.
Uniqo up there, like making me imagine like perfect women out here. So I gotta focus my mind back straight. I'm trying to remember like the main 3 points. First, if you have this mindset of getting back against the man, getting back against the white man by dating their kind of women or something like that, or just smashing them, you need to examine yourself. Because that's not a healthy mindset to have in life or in anything. Because if you're trying to live your life based on just them or something else, it's not good for you. So I don't suggest doing that. If you're gonna date, outside race for whatever case or reason, do it just because you want to, not just so you can get back at some imaginary figure in your mind that is never gonna feel the effects of what you're doing to this individual person. So don't ever do that.
He had a mixed baby, great.
Okay, let's like somebody direct daughter in that aspect. That's a whole thing.
No more.
I don't like that at all. So I'm not even gonna go towards that mess. That'll be one. Two, as far as like the different stereotypes that would happen, I know especially like a lot of our shows didn't necessarily paint black women like the best aspects. You know, sometimes they were either like just the doted wife, like in the Cosby Show, and just respected and wonderful, or sometimes they were like acting out um and just being more
Extra.
out there, like maybe like in Fresh Prince, you know, a lot of times the women were just, you know, showing themselves, like showing a lot of attributes that we were known for a lot of times, like being loud or being eccentric, you know, something like that. That was the best way to say it. So it got aspects like that. But I would say you can't take the aspects that you see, especially nowadays. You can't see the aspects that are in television and apply them to all black women. Please don't do that. Because what you see in media, especially social media, but social media, media on television, a lot of talk shows, a lot of different sayings you'll see on TikTok, a lot of postings you'll see on Instagram. You can't take those things and just be like, okay, this is how black women are on average. No, it's never that way. Because a lot of times just what you portrayed and what they actually are two different things. Because a lot of things you see on your screens, whether it's a phone screen, a TV screen, or everything, are just for entertainment. So you can't do that either. And that goes for all races, not just African American women or anything of that nature. It goes for all races. Please don't fall for that. But, and then the third aspect, when he was just like, you know, we're talking about like the preacher's daughters or like just those kind of taboo aspects, those generally fall under that. They generally fall under that taboo, forbidden aspect of, you know, physical actions. And I have no problem with you enjoying that, you know.
Oh God.
I do it some of that way. I have no problem with you enjoying it, but you have to be able to separate those actions and separate those mindsets from the actual person. Like, you know, acting that way and doing those kind of things is one thing. That's cool. You can have the whole forbidden aspect, have them call you whatever kind of name or whatever you want to do. It's fine. But you cannot carry that outside of that room. If you want to get some kinks or something outside of that nature, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Make sure to separate that from the person. Like, don't just, you can't take that forbidden aspect and be like, yeah, like, no, I'm getting back at your dad for this, or your dad would just be like that's something, like, you know, you can have fun in that way, but don't carry that outside and be like, yeah, I'm dating her. I wonder what her dad would think about it if I did it. No. You don't carry that outside of there. Like, those are not healthy mindsets to have. Like it goes back to the initial thing. If you're gonna date somebody, date them because you want to date them, not for some ulterior motive to either stroke your own ego or, you know, to get back in imaginary figures or anything of the sort. If you're gonna date somebody, just date them because you like them, because you want them, because you want to get to know them. You got ulterior motives and stuff like that, either let them know up front, you know, just to make y'all lives a lot easier, or just don't bother with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Just don't call me the N-word, but you can definitely sexualize me all you want to and fantasize about.
No,
land of
Tory,
Some people
no,
are into
Tory.
that in the bedroom, bro.
No.
Like oh no,
I'm just
no.
saying nothing.
I'm trying to keep this
I didn't
easy,
say
so I'm not
nothing.
gonna play the example, but I got an example that I was
So-
told like a couple weeks
so we
ago
not-
that shocked the mess out of me.
We
So
not
I'm not
we
even gonna
not
talk
having
about
no
I'ma tell you after this,
plantation
though.
wedding
All right.
thing. I saw I
BTS
saw that
is
on
real.
Instagram. I almost lost my mind, bro. That made me so upset. He like, I'm almost. I'm like, no,
You
we
know
are
what
not
I'm
doing
talking
this
about,
role play.
Grandpa.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm like,
you was
wait,
disrespecting my grandpas, dog.
You know the one
You
I'm
out
talking
here.
about, Grandpa. I was so shocked.
You out here
Do
in the
you think
cotton
love
field
can bloom on a
wearing
plantation?
overalls and she got like a white dress. No, we not playing this game. No, and don't come to me with that. You're gonna go wild. Sonny, your thoughts on the perspective that we spoke about the three things before. Then we're gonna get a little silly. After that, we're gonna get a little fun. We're gonna have a little fun on the podcast. Talk some real talk though.
Well, let me say this. Because I can speak from experience it explicitly. Being a black man, being a young black man that grew up in a community that was kind of split. There were whites, there were Hispanics, there were blacks, things of that nature. So, what shaped me into my belief, and I'm also a preacher's kid, so there's a little extra for y'all to know that I was kind of sheltered to a degree.
That's why you got wild when you got Southern
to,
Man.
you know, experience things.
That's why you got wild when you went to Southern Man.
Huh? No.
Business,
It
y'all.
was before that. It was before that. I was very creative. But anyway, we're not talking about that.
Oh God.
What? Now, so what shaped my ideology was first off acceptance and accessibility, right? Who can I be around, and then when I'm around them, who is accepting me? Like, it's one thing to be the hunter, like I was in college, but it's another thing to actually be coveted and actually be, enjoyed or sought after. I learned in my early years, when relationships weren't really real. Like you can't really talk about middle school and create a concrete ideology or have some concrete things to say, yeah, this was real. Like we was all just trying to find our way and figure out who we are. But we did have those experiences with the opposite sex. So we had the little butterflies and our first little kiss and our first real little girlfriend and stuff like that. In those particular situations, it helped shape our social construct. It's helped shape how we moved and maneuvered in the next 4 years, right? So in that, my first little girlfriend was a black girl. And I got played by the black girl, right? So, she was just free and going by every black man she could and making them their boyfriends and stuff like that. And I would just happen to be in the path of it. So I realized it didn't feel good to not really be nothing to anyone. And multiple situations after that with the people of my same sex. Not same sex, my same race started to. Yeah, we got to catch that one real quick. That ain't happened. My same race started to go the same way. Like, granted, there were psychological things with it. A lot of these young women were, they were in single parent households, so they didn't have a man around. And all they knew about a black man, a black boy, was he's not around, he's not worth anything. And I caught that later in life, but at the time I just thought, well, maybe black girls don't like black guys like that, or black guys like me like that.
I can see how you could come up with that. Thought.
I was also an extremely thoughtful little kid. I was one of those kids. Like if I took a left turn, I'd have been like really emo. So we bless God for not doing that. But my next encounter was a young little snow puff, right? And it was a completely different experience. I call him a snow puff because she was a little plump. Okay. Anyway, it was an extremely different situation, right? Okay. I was actually accepted. Like it was like I was something coveted. It was new. It was wanted. I don't know if she may have had. I haven't talked to her, so I don't know. I don't know if she may have had an idea like I'm trying to do this to rebel against what I've been told. Later in life, I did have that experience in high school, but I realized, okay, this felt good. So from the door, it was white women 1, black women 0, right? And I really wanted the black women to catch up. I really wanted them to figure out that, hey, I'm a cool kid. Like all right. Let's preface this too. I was really fat. All right. I was short and fat before I started playing athletics. All right. In 1 year, I went from 5'6" and like 230 pounds to 6'2" and 210. So immediately after that happened, I started to look attractive to the black girls. It was weird to me at the time, but that's why I was like, okay, so now acceptance and accessibility and acceptance were important for my early stages. And then once I started having a little bit of freedom because I had something to do as an extracurricular, then it became what I can relate to the things that they figure is enjoyable, right? So I realized, okay, it is a mind game. Most of these ladies, despite the race, don't necessarily care which race it is. They're kind of told which way to go, and majority of them don't listen as it is, so they go and try stuff for themselves, right? So I just want to be a part of the mix, and then I started to formulate my own mind. Like, okay, I want to know what it's like to be accepted by a black girl. I want to know what it's like to go on a date with one. I've already dated a white girl for real. Like I've already had a chance to speak to a Hispanic. I had a long-standing relationship with a woman that was straight from Bangladesh. Like I wanted to know. So it's in that perspective that I realized, okay, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. I shouldn't deny this. And I shouldn't let the old scar tissue of being rejected or being looked past or being passed up because of someone else's position and perspective stop me from allowing a blessing to potentially happen. Now, granted, by the time college came around, when I met Zell May and I met Monte, I figured out how to be really attracted to black women. And that was when my life changed. That's when it all went up and downhill. But that's another story for another time.
Well, we all would have been some good friends had I went to school with y'all, boy. We would have
most definitely. So it's really cool. It's a really cool situation to see it unfold. I have had those moments where I've been in scares. Like I said, a Black preacher's kid in a town going to a school. First off, let's preface this too. I ended up going to Hancock High School, all right, which is 97.82% white, and his last name is not Quavis, Ladner, Nee, Case, Dito, one of the such. You're by yourself, really, you know. So for me to see somebody like me, I didn't have much of a pick of the litter. So I realized, like, when I got to USM, it was on the popping. Like, we about to see what we about, and I appreciate you, Black women, for at least evening the score up. At this point in my juncture. So yeah, that's what I have about the perception, you know.
And to Sonny's point, a lot of stuff do happen through trauma. A lot of things happen through trauma. You surrounded, if you in the hood and you might not be as attractive, you might feel that black women don't like you. So you might also be that's a fourth thing too, by the way. Like self-worth, wanting to feel something. So I'm glad you brought it up, because I knew I had like 4 or 5 points on it, but I can think of all of them today. I should have wrote them down, but I've been doing so much lately. But I told Joe earlier this week, these shows been be on and popping, and so I'm more focused now than I was last week. But yeah, I got the fourth thing is, like you said, the cultural scars. Black women getting done wrong by a black man. All of a sudden, you have this hatred. Black men ain't. We all seen that all the time. Black men ain't. Black men get done wrong by black women. All of a sudden, white women treat me better, and sometimes it leads to that subservient thing. And like I said, the culture war, whatever you see on the internet or whatever people perceive, and all these notions. And to Monte's point earlier, before we get into the silly stuff, when you talk to people, you find out people nice. Despite what you perceive, whether it's a black woman, white woman, white man, black man, you'll learn that people are people, and most of the time they don't fool with you because you don't make yourself accessible, because people now are busy in their own world. But if you make your time for people, and you find out, yo, this person a really dope person, despite everything we go against them, and get a basic understanding of life is. But let's get in something fun before I end it on a little high note, so I can put it at the front of this video. They say blondes have more fun, Uniqo.
I figured we was gonna go there, because that was gonna be a point I was gonna make if we didn't go there. There is 100% a stereotype about each sex in color. And you know, growing up, it was like, you know that type of girl. You know, they
just say they bobbing for apples,
blowing it down,
crazy.
And then yeah, bobbing for apples. So that's a stereotype about this type of girl. You like, shoot, and you kind of operate off of it a little bit. I know I did for the longest. I was like, if I'm looking for this kind of thing, if I want to go to this Halloween party, then I need to go to that Halloween party in order to go there. And then from another sex and female, another sex and race, they'll say, what you think? I'm one of them over there. When you ask to get that, you know what I'm saying? When you ask them to buy for apples. So you get all these stigmas. And then black dudes, we get known for
Just say we got
I
that.
don't know. That's but I hate to say it, man. I really don't never hear nothing about white dudes, man. I never hear anything one way or the other.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I've
Hey,
heard plenty.
everybody in high school lied to you, bro. That's all you need to know. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad. Like everybody would just tell me something, and I felt like I was coming. Everybody like, I'm 10, I'm 9. I'm like, oh, yeah, I been not. I'm out here lacking, though. Then you get older, you realize. I'm like, no. Yeah. Then you learn a lot of that. And then I found out I ain't nowhere near. I'm like, oh, they just lying. Okay. Right in the locker room, everybody just start telling you stuff, bro. I'm like, bro, so I didn't know you in the locker room. Everybody tell you, bro, I'm 10 inch. I'm like, what? But back to your point, Joe. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had a little trauma.
No,
I had to work out.
That's it.
I was being lied to for like 3 years of my life. They're like, oh.
I was actually honored to come out of the locker room with the name
how did you gain that?
Flagpole Joe. So that's
what are you doing in your locker room that you gained this name?
You know what?
Just walking around, taking showers. You know, I don't know. It is what it is.
Mild fluffing.
And then next, no. No. And then
I couldn't resist.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the homies out there, because I wasn't sure if I was standing up, if you will. And finally one day, and my homies, they christened the name by going in the lunchroom and just singing up and down, singing my praises up and down the hallways, and that was very kind. So then that made people curious, and then that's action.
Before we go to Tori, I just want y'all to understand. Do not take them pills. That is not good for your heart. That was going crazy in high school. They just them white kids just buy them, bro, and just like, sell them to you. Not me. I didn't buy them because I'm. I ain't taking no pill. I know it's bad for your heart, dog. It's terrible. Tori,
plug.
That's the mixed kid. What's good? Is it true? They like you. I know you are. Tori.
Oh, white girl's freaky, yo. That's just the fact that I've came by in life that I've known to be true, and it could just be with the black girls that I have been with. They have been a little more conservative, if you would, in certain degrees when it comes to trying to keep it PG.
Bombing for Apple.
Bedroom rights, if you would. I've got stories that could get us demonetized immediately.
You got NDAs,
most of them.
Do you got NDAs, Tor? Do you got NDAs?
I would be lying. Hey, when I blow, I'm gonna cut them all in on the back end deal, and it'll be all right. But I say that to say this. I would be a liar if I said that I've not gained some sort of perverse pleasure of having relations with a girl knowing that her father would not approve of me.
I don't even think yours based on race, Tori.
So
I don't think yours based on race, though.
Just be honest there. I'll just be.
It's mental warfare.
I mean, it's Indiana. It's Indiana. It's always based on race. I promise. Even though, I mean, you could be right. You could be right. It could just be no. I take it back. White girls' moms love me. I'm amazing, but white girls' fathers, they are not as perceptive. They're like, oh, I scare them because I'm a chameleon. I did too well. They're like, ain't nobody that cool. You probably got my daughter doing some lascivious things, and I'm like, yes. If you only knew. I would be a liar if I said I did not prey on the daddy issues of some females in times past. But Not in any creepy
Praying on
ways,
your
but I mean,
father's
well,
insecurities.
it depends on your Pornhub browser. It depends on your hub history whether or not it's really perverse.
Did you
or
say your
weird. But
hub
it's all
history?
shit.
Playing on your downfall.
I was just, I was gonna say, but so I am always, like I said, as far as with the role playing and all that.
Oh God, here we go.
You gotta be, hey, like I said, I'm one to. I'm gonna let you take it as far as you want to. I'm never gonna test your comfort, but I'm going to see how willing you are to test your comfort zone. Because I'm always willing to. That's one thing I can say. I'm never afraid to go outside of my comfort zone. You know, you never know what's outside until you go and play around. Like I said,
your comfort zone. Your comfort zone probably is as big as the hitbox on a 1970s Super Nintendo game. A bad one.
I was gonna say it's
like the ones where they clearly look at you, but you take that hit anyway.
Yep, I was gonna say you gotta learn to when your comfort zone's extra large, you learn how to roll with the punches. But when you learn how to roll with the punches, it helps in other departments. And I say this now as a purveyor of certain illicit substances. Once we get the Blue Chew promo, I'm ready.
Corey is in charge of the Blue
once
Chew
it happens, because
so Blue Chew.
Somebody get them.
We're gonna get y'all away from gas station honey packets. I promise. Y'all need to quit that. That's not good for you.
Do not ever get.
You don't know it. You don't know what they put inside
that's not
there.
from experience. They just.
Or the honey. It's the gas station honey packs. I don't even think that's really honey in there. And
I'm not saying that from experience. I'm saying that from sight experience. I'm a person.
You should get from your. I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking from experience. Them gas station honey packs are dangerous. Okay, y'all. Everyone here has seen that Viagra commercial and has never had to deal with that problem until you go get one of them gas station honey packs. And you really have to ask yourself. You done looked at the clock and you're like, this erection has almost lasted 4 hours. When do I actually go to the hospital? Okay, because we all know. Females talk a good game, but after so many times, especially if you're backed up by an illicit substance, eventually they're going to tap out. Yeah. And if they tap out before the honey pack tap out, that's a sad night for you, my friend. So I want y'all to think about that before y'all go out there. And because I know, because like I said, the gas station man going to tell you, like, this the seller, buddy. This the one. And that's when you know that's not the one for you.
This our advice.
Be safe out there, people. That's all I'm saying.
Tori. Thank you for listening.
Station sexual.
Joe, by the way, check out Joe's review on his channel. He got a
review. They selling them in the gas station. So
I saw it, but I didn't pay attention to it at all. It was in a robe, and his dad, you know, it's like X-rated when Joe get like that. You know what I'm saying? He just came out the shower from something he did. That was wild, an adventure. So shout out to Joe.
I'm a Southern player, man. I feed my girls pork rinds.
Are blunts indeed more fun?
Bro, I ain't gonna cap to you. My favorite ones are redheads. I'm not even finna sit here and lie. Like, I love a good redhead, a good natural redhead. Boy,
connecting the dots with them freckles.
So like, it ain't necessarily blondes. Like blondes, I think like they just have like overall good beauty, but a good natural redhead, boy.
She took your soul.
Your
soul, Monte.
Yo, yeah.
He still ain't got it back. Look at him.
I don't want
it.
Saw that Denzel tear coming down like one cheek right now.
He's a super keeper. I was gonna say it was dramatic. You can tell Monte.
I don't want it back either, man. I don't want it back. But nah, like redhead, I like redheads a bit. I ain't gonna lie.
That falls back on white girls mad freaky, yo.
Yo, you ain't leave Monte alone.
That's
you
the
not
answer.
get that redhead wig. I rebuke you.
Wow.
He said natural.
Really?
He did. He said natural red hair.
One red hair.
Natural on you, not natural. You
Like,
bought it from
'cause
somebody.
you know, like a
who was
lot of
in
girls tend to like dye their hair red, and that's something I'll never understand. I can't stand is that the first color when a girl be like,
Shout out all my
I'm gonna
exes.
change, I'm gonna make a new hair, new me, a new change. I'm gonna try dye my hair. It's
Shout out to the Silver
always
Streak, dog.
freaking red, maroon, somewhere in that area. It's always red, and I can't stand because I've gotten sick of seeing red hair. You know, not natural red hair, but like just dyed
Go for
red hair.
purple.
I got
Oh,
sick of
in
seeing it.
Jackson redhead, boy. Sonny knows Sonny. What Jackson
I've
for
gotten
no
sick of seeing
redhead?
it, bro. I've gotten sick of seeing it. Like you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere, bro. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm like, look, if you're gonna change your hair with a different hair color, like it's plenty of hair colors, like caramel brown, like this color brown, boy. It looks so good on a lot of girls' hair, like caramel
Green,
brown,
blue,
light brown,
purple.
anything like this. They're gonna change their hair color. Do something like that. Do something that not everybody's just doing. Hey, try blonde. Like I've even seen some girls with blue hair that look good. So, not many. So I have seen some.
Hey, ghetto.
No,
I ain't never
Nah.
seen a girl with blue hair that wasn't ghetto.
my right hand to God. I know one girl.
Oh, see, I was
She
thinking
had
white
aqua
girl.
blue hair, like the barrier around T Rams right now. Aqua blue hair, fine as a mug. Like my right hand guy, and she was not ghetto or nothing. Like just straight up regular girl, fine as a mug. Only girl I've ever seen with blue hair that pulled it off wonderfully. But I promise you, aqua blue, like the one behind Zelman, aqua freaking blue hair, and I'm like,
Yo, shout out.
I can't even believe it, but you look good with it. Just like I've seen only one girl that pulled off bubblegum pink hair. I've only seen one girl pull it out. One black girl, bubblegum pink. Can't believe it, but yep. They do exist. I'm just sick of seeing red because red is always just the number one that somebody goes for. I'm just like, come on, man.
It's safe.
There's no, because red hair don't always look good on every girl.
Aunties, wear your red hair
You
so
trying to
much
take
they
down-
can stay white. I rebuke you.
You trying to take
Red means stop for real for Monte.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now.
All evil.
Street life.
I rebuked Tori before. Yeah, I
See, I'm endorsing
I
all evil. He's rebuking it. I'm
every
endorsing it.
time
I'm
we go on this
endorsing
show,
all
I'm like
evil
putting holy oil
degeneracy
on my screen where Tori
in small doses. You might need to
get some.
you might need to get that in triplicate. You gotta take it to each separate church and get it blessed. You gotta go Catholic, then you gotta take it to the Methodist. You gotta make sure Jehovah's Witness gets a hold of it.
Yeah,
Hey, that's where Monte found them freaky redheads at. He was Monte in the Catholic Church, taking in the body and the blood of Christ on a different time.
No,
Monte
not
going
in
to
church.
church either. He would
not in
Oh,
church,
see,
man.
I've gotten it in a church, but it used to be a Kmart in my defense.
Not in the church. I mean,
My
I've been in
man
church
said-
that used to
that
be a
man
second
said
savior,
in
so
a-
just not in the
one of them
church.
Kmart
Thought about
stuff.
it. Not in the church.
All right, Sonny. Yo, Sonny.
They
Our blinds
repurposed it though.
Hancock, they got a lot of blinds down there.
Listen, I'm trying my best not to have us demonetized. So, are they more fun? I'm gonna tell you the truth about my experiences. Hair color doesn't matter. No. It's accessories. Those nails.
Oh,
Okay. How they like to keep,
They drink blood
certain
like
girls
Megan
wear
Fox.
certain beads. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Listen,
Hey,
from my experience. All
I'll
right,
let her have a sip.
we just gonna go. The white girl. Are they more fun? In my experience, no. However, they put in a lot of work. They try hard. All right. They
Effort.
have a work ethic when it comes to trying to please a black king, maybe a black queen too. So y'all ladies that like that type of thing.
I better watch out, girls taking
Now,
girls.
that's from my experience. Have I had wonderful experiences with it? Absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you, and it's not the ghetto ones. I know Uniqo is like, oh, if they're blue hair and stuff like that. I have had an experience with a woman that wore blue hair, wore rainbow colored hair. Actually, Harley Quinn. It's before, right?
No pigtail.
It was a wonderful experience. Okay.
She different. She
Shout out
attends
Pigtails.
D&D and K-pop concerts. So I
She wear
can
pigtails.
tell that
like
right
the
now.
sun.
Huh?
She go to K-pop concerts, don't she?
What about pigtails?
Yeah,
What about
raise all
pigtails?
that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Her whole playlist with EDM music.
She got the spirit of a blonde. Trust me. She got
Pigtails are a
okay.
personal request of mine.
she's been possessed. Them ones that, yes, I 100% agree. Them ones with the
Okay.
colored hair that go to
Uh-huh.
K-pop and love Dungeons and Dragons and
Shout out
reading.
Goth Girl.
Somebody get this man.
Don't knock it till you try it, my brother.
Oh,
I ain't not
Preach.
That's the problem.
You tell-
Somebody get him. He running out right now.
She'll tell you more about your favorite anime.
You run around and then you know you find a girl.
Shout
You know
out
you find a girl
to
dressed up
Shout
like
to
Boma and
cosplay
change
girls,
life
bro.
again. Blue hair and
Black,
everything,
white.
boy.
I'm glad to see more black cosplay girls too. That's getting popular now. I like that.
Facts.
goes so hard. I love it. Keep doing
I'm
it.
addicted
Yeah.
to TikTok now. Oh dang.
Ignore the comments, ladies. That's where they got to get them out, because you know the internet gonna be quick to tell you Hinata isn't black. If we learned anything, the internet's gonna tell you
I
that
tell them they
extra
not white
quick.
either. So
Um,
TikTok now, boy.
Exactly. Thank you. That should be the proper answer, but it's not.
thanks for clarifying that, Zelmay. We appreciate
I
you.
was gonna say, Zome has the right answer.
So she can't
She's
dress
not
up,
right
you can't
either,
dress
though.
up.
That's what.
But let's not stop the interracial there with white women. Okay, let's talk about Hispanic
you
women.
ever
from
got
the
chocolate throw
experience
it?
that
A
I've had.
chocolate throw at you?
So
Mad spicy.
Yeah, chocolate throw at you. You ain't
This
that
look
white if
chocolate
you ain't.
toast. You better watch out. Got the boomerang.
Yeah, this shit. Son ain't living out there, bro.
no.
Sonny, what you went dog and shoes?
I don't know how to answer that right now.
Yeah.
So Hispanic ladies, like really, like, you know, they're more reserved to a degree. They want you to do the work. Do the work. Which is cool too. But you gotta work on them like they work at freaking, you know, construction. It takes all day. So it was alright, but that wasn't something that I would just wanted to revisit. Black queens, I'm gonna say like this. You know, and this is for future reference. I am a single man. Black queens, feel free. DMs are open. I still love you. I appreciate the fact that you're taking up equestrian and horseback riding, because that does a wonder for my life. I don't care about anybody else's. Your knees ain't gotta be Megan's, but they do have to be functional because mine are bad. Beyond that, though, so listen. It's the fact of the matter. I love a woman that's confident in themselves, that don't mind actually, like I said, putting forth the effort and putting themselves sometimes in harm's way in T-Ram's position. There's a couple that I've had experience with in college.
You don't want to take that fall.
You weren't there, Zelmay, when I had my house party, were you?
I think I went somewhere else.
Nick was there. Yeah. Anyway, that night was a wonderful night. I got to experience some hibachi for the first time in my life. And
but I got caught up with a class with somebody that was at your party too. But yeah.
Yeah.
I want you there.
It was fun. It was exciting.
That was a Thursday, Friday night for you. I had night class on.
It was a Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Should I say that? No, we're gonna keep that one in the back. We're gonna keep that one in the back pocket. So stereotypes, they exist, but a lot of them, I realized the stereotypes that I learned from in high school, they were fictitious. They were just kind of given so, you know, we believe that this particular person has had those experiences. And I found out long after that that's not true. My experiences was a lot different. And sometimes it has to do with the guy and what he likes, what he enjoys. Like I said, if you horseback ride or you do anything in the rodeo, I'm your guy.
If you like honey or tied up, that's your guy.
This man cave is taking a turn.
I told you.
They always do.
They always do.
It ain't crazy.
I still feel like I kept PG-13.
This one won't go 18 plus.
Oh,
So
no,
it's good.
it's still PG-13. Yeah.
I was gonna say we've avoided any nerd rope discussions.
Yo, that
so we're
argument
lit.
was wild. One day we're
Well,
gonna have to
until then.
revisit that because y'all need to hear that on a Patreon or something. That was I have never heard an argument. I found out I was vanilla. Joe vanilla too. He just won't admit because I was like, no, I ain't on that level. Every time I think I get off that level
Shout
of
out to
vanilla,
Monte for enjoying it.
they
for
they
enjoying
add
certain
new stuff to it,
accoutrements.
and I'm like, oh. I didn't
I have
understand.
nothing to
But
say.
shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. And I want to say something special to you black queens. I know you watch some of you watch this episode. And I want to say we love you. We appreciate you. You are our parents. You are our sisters. You are our aunties, mothers, grandmas. And we love you.
Always and
You know what
forever,
I say?
beautiful black queens.
And I
Can't
love
nothing
you.
beat
I
them.
appreciate
That's
you.
the
And I
hero.
want to give you
You
thanks
can't
on
beat a
this
beautiful black woman. Bro.
Black History Month. I want to say we really do love you. Really do appreciate you. We enjoy your company. You are smart. You are wise. I wanted to make sure to put in that point to say that society sometimes has told us that not all of you are beautiful. Not all of you are in this space. And I want you to know we know different, even though we're talking about something a little more sensitive. But we will not down you. We are not lame and lamer. We are not dumb and dumber. We appreciate you for all you do. And I personally love my black queens, dark skin, light skin, whatever, brown, caramel, whatever color hair. Monte got one with blue hair right now, someone. And like I said,
I wish.
Got his feet on the back.
With a 99-cent pack of Swishers.
Bruh, you're a meter and you're
but I
100%
just
think
want to let
otherwise
y'all
and be
know
like,
I
how?
appreciate you and you are amazing and we love you.
Okay.
So if you got through all this, I want to say I appreciate you again. And we're going to let everybody say their way out. Uniqo, where to find you? What's up?
UniqoWilliams.com. That's right, UniqoWilliams.com. You can click on all the links it'll take you right to this page, and it'll take you to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of the above. And I want to say they need more black girls in anime, and not pseudo black people like the
He's in Sweden, black people.
pseudo black people. And Namek stop just saying they black men.
Where they can find you, 4chan and everywhere.
That right there, Afro Collie 765 on anywhere that you could look, whether it be 4chan or Twitter or Instagram, any place under the sun where there can be a
Most of the neighborhood
username.
scumbag.
That is that.
Monterey,
That is
where
me.
can they find you?
Multiple podcasts naturally under the link tree on Instagram and TikTok under Monray Hudson, aka Mr. Drop the Mic himself. I'm here. I'm ready.
Sonny, Mr. Polo, he got a lot coming up. What do you got? What can they find you at?
Yeah, give me 2 weeks on all the links, guys. I got you. I swear to God. But right now, you can find me on Facebook, Sonny James Polo Jr. And there you also see me on New Heights Unplugged Tuesday nights. Got Gulf Coast Combos podcast coming in 2 weeks. And also I have Sonny and Sons reaction and blog channel coming in 2 weeks. We'll be on Facebook. We'll be streaming on Twitch at some point, and a few other things. So look out for it.
This man
By
said
the way,
Sunny
you
and
all
Sunny.
know the links
Well,
are all in the
with it.
description. You know my links, my link tree,
Yeah,
aka
that's great.
Alpha himself, Zell May. They are all below. And I appreciate y'all for listening. Like and subscribe. If you are on Spotify, Apple Music, anything else, hit that follow button. Over 99 Media. We are here for you. Entertainment, great shows, great content every week. And remember to keep stomping, because one day you might actually get out of society, find the love of your life, be happy and not miserable like social media tells you to be. And then something amazing can happen. Love y'all. Love the guys. It's Man Cave. It's Thursday. Buy the merch. Peace.
Buy the merch.
Peace.